Hey all, Tom here. Just wanted to do a quick little update video to say thank you to all the people who've pledged to our Patreon thus far and explain what changes are coming next month based on your feedback. When the Patreon went live, we thought it was going to do okay to begin with, but it's already reached a third of our overall monthly goal in the space of a few days. It's pretty humbling, honestly. Even with the usual fluctuation of pledges from month to month, it's amazing that we've managed to reach this point so quickly, and it's great to know that we have fans willing to support us like this, and even if it's just $1 a month, it really helps in the long run. Remember, the pledges you've made will be charged on the 1st of each month, so make sure your credit cards are in good order or you may not get your rewards if they're declined. But if you ever run into any trouble, just contact me on Twitter or like facebook.com/HellfireComms. The Twitter is twitter.com/ntom64_LYFA. You get it? ntom60 for life. Yeah, it's not all that funny. Anyway, the updates for November onwards. Gonna warn all you patrons ahead of time. If you're pledged now, these changes, the ones mentioned in this video, not the initial video, don't apply to the rewards you receive when the money is taken out at the start of November. However, if you pledge after that in the new cycle, then you'll get whatever's been mentioned in this video. Okay, disclaimers out of the way, let's get to the goodies. The first 3 tiers are basically the same, no changes here. $1 a month gets you access to the HFC Patreon Discord server, access to the private blog posts, and a credit in Patreon funded HFC videos like Q&As, game quick looks, and so on. $5 a month still gets you access to LP videos early, as well as miscellaneous non-marathon stuff too. For example, at the time of this upload, only the first 2 parts of Ghost Trick are public, but patrons of this tier have had access to part 3 for a few days now, so if you're looking for a cheap way to support the group, please consider this tier, especially if you like getting videos before anyone else. $10 a month still gets you everything mentioned before, plus the ability to submit a question to our monthly Q&As. Ask whatever you like, so long as it's tasteful, and it'll appear and be answered in a video early to mid of the following month. Now we can move on to the reward changes. First up, a rejig tier. We noticed that for whatever reason, no one was going in for the $15 HFC livestream tier, where patrons can jump to the head of the line in regard to the multiplayer livestream sessions we'll be holding once per month. Again, everyone's welcome, but people who would have subscribed to that tier, or pledged, or whatever you want to call it, would have been able to get in first. So we've instead combined that with the $20 one, which allows you to vote in polls that will help decide what future content we put out, and you get everything involved in that just for $20 instead. It's more cost effective, and we feel it will be less confusing in the long run. Next up, an entirely new tier. The lovingly titled Couch Potato tier is a reward for pledging $40 a month and grants you the perk of choosing either a half-hour TV or web series episode or 2 11-minute episodes of your choice for us to do commentary on. Here's the kicker though, it's first come, first served. This reward tier is limited by slots, and as such, only 10 people per month can grab this one. Also, please be aware that like with the Disney-thon or any other non-game commentary, you'll have to supply the video media yourself. We'll upload the commentary track for you, and then you can sync it to the video using the usual set of instructions provided. If you've wanted us to take a look at one of your favourite TV or web series, then this is the perfect perk for you. The $50 tier is no longer the final reward tier, but we'll get to that in a second. This tier hasn't actually been changed since we felt it was fair as is, so I'm just going to re-clarify how this works and then move on. The $50 tier lets you pick a game of your choice, any game, as long as it's console based, and we'll do a quick look video on it. This is a one-time thing, meaning you can't do this like 2 months in a row, but it can again be for any console game you like, and if we end up having a great time of it, it may even end up being an actual HFC playthrough at some point. Consider this tier if you're looking for a one-time pledge. It helps us out immensely, and you can always lower your pledge to a cheaper tier once you receive your video. And lastly, it's time to go beyond plus ultra! The final tier is $55 a month, and this grants you the same benefits of the previous tier, but you can choose one game a month for a quick look video if you get in time. This is limited to 6 slots a month and a TV episode of your choice for us to commentate on. This is the highest tier we'll be offering for the foreseeable future, so if you've got the cash, then we've got the rewards to give away. And that'll do it for now. Don't forget that these take effect after the first initial pledges go out on November 1st. After that, if you pledge again, you'll gain access to these rewards. Thank you all so much for supporting the HFC Patreon thus far. We're really looking forward to producing the new content for you guys. It's about time we stopped tiptoeing and started strutting, if you will. Stick with HFC, we've got plenty of good stuff coming. Speaking of, for those of you who've pledged to the Patreon polls tier, both this month and next, you'll be able to vote on a Christmas movie for us to cover and drop on Christmas Day. The poll will be available as soon as the pledges go out on November 1st, and people who have pledged this month and next month can vote in it right away. Plenty of good choices out there, like Jingle All the Way, Scrooge, Miracle on 34th Street, but we're open to suggestions, so feel free to leave a comment down below, and who knows, maybe it'll end up on the poll. Thanks again guys, till next update video, bye for now.